It is tier 6, isn't it?
Rank.
It says, yeah. Don't say, does it?
I'll have a looky.
No, tier 5.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Tier 5
I
rank.
just said the Monahans in it. It's tier 5.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, Monahan. Oh, Monahan. It's going to be a beast. I can't think of what else good at 5, though. What else is good at 5?
What else is good at 5?
I'm struggling. I can't think. What? I might have to buy Warspite.
Warspite's good at 5.
That's what I mean. Arizona.
Arizona's good at 5.
Yeah, they're going to be the typical of choice, I think. Destroyer-wise, Fubicki's going to rip it up, isn't it?
You do normally see Fubicki rank, to be fair. There's normally a lot. You've got the Fuso and the Mutsu. What you can smash out? I think
I just bought a Warspite.
Arizona's a good guy. Anyway, let's get this live stream.
Yeah, I've just got my Warspite. I finally bought it now, Campbell.
Oh, you've got your Warspite. You potentially could have
Yeah,
won
finally
it
bought it.
Friday train.
Yeah, Barry.
Potentially.
Oh, I'm going to use it. I've bought my campaign as well, so I've still got 2,103 gold left.
Nice one.
So we start, remember, start from left, work his way across. We start streaming and then we'll...
Yeah,
like
we're
started,
live now. I'm just going to share it. So, people know
far.
where we are. I'm just going to share it on the Twitter.
You stick it on Reddit as well. Is that possible?
God, yeah, just with a little finger just
I'm riding it, sea biscuit time.
But videos speed. God, I know what makes that. Doing it. You just waffle some stuff in general while I just share these as well live.
Oh, we're just to waffle about.
Anything,
Too much to waffle. This update's massive. July update. Live now. Out this morning. Going live at 11 o'clock. And we're going to have a quick stream. I'm going to go through everything that's been added on during this update, which is quite substantial. Everything from ships to bureau projects to campaigns to new Admiralty rewards. Got a little bit of everything to look through this morning. We're going to be showcasing French destroyers, tier 5 and 6, and also the Odin, the getting ship for tier 7, which we have been loaned for a week to showcase it to you today. So we're going to be going through the rank that's also started today. Oh, there's so much. There's just too much going on. I think the only thing we aren't lacking is a couple of commanders added. Would have been what away. If we get really lucky, we may even get on one of the new free maps as well that I've added today.
Oh, cool.
So there's just too much to go through. So whenever you're ready, we'll have a look at the first thing to look at.
I'm not
Which
actually
will be the ranked.
I'm not ready.
You're not ready yet?
No,
You're still tapping away at your fingers.
trying. In like 30 seconds. Just waffle a bit more. Just mention that you.
I don't know what to waffle about. I don't want to
If you
mention what.
in ranked, it's possible to win crates.
Various crates. We're going to look for rewards in a second.
Yeah,
To which
yeah.
ones you can get. Anything from Halloween crates to Black Friday crates to whatever crates have been over the game over the recent year. Because remember, this is a first year anniversary coming up for World of Warships Legends on console. Been live for a year now in various guises,
Wow.
beta modes and so on and so forth. So it's a celebration time, and I have to admit they've pulled out all the stops because this update is huge, massive, and will keep everybody busy and entertained for a fair while. And I don't know where to start, to be honest with you. There's not that much to
Well, we're
do.
going to start in a minute. Just getting that sharing.
I've wasted quite a bit of coin this morning, so I'm down to next to nothing with the various ships I've bought and won in crates, and also put on and sold and swapped around modifications. It's probably cost myself about 4 million in lost coin, but needs must. Alina, that's become live today, so that's had to get purchased as well. Never won one of them in crates.
Elena, I
Just
know,
wanted
there's
that.
loads
We've
out
opened
there.
quite a few, yeah. Yeah, never got one. Got the Dallas, enjoyed the Dallas, so I'm hoping the Elena, I've been informed by various players that the Elena is just as good as the Dallas, if not better, even though it's a tier I, so I'm quite looking forward to it. Don't generally get on with me American cruisers, to be fair, so a bit apprehensive.
To be honest,
And I've heard good things about the Cleveland as well.
I did get smashed by quite a few Elenas in the Dallas.
They've been a pain, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've been a pain.
Yeah.
So I'm quite excited to get playing that. It's a shame with ranks at tier 5 rather than tier 6, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Could have done with playing the Elena in it. But are you ready now?
Yeah.
Ready to start going through this update bit by bit still now?
No, I'm just doing Facebook as well. Sorry.
I don't know how much more I can waffle without giving the game away here.
We're on. We're all
like I say, there's you're shared now.
Yeah, we're all shared.
Alright, we can get started.
Back on. So we're going to start.
Links up and running.
You tell me where you want.
Let's start with ranked. We'll start with ranked. That's in. So I want play. We'll start on the left hand side of the menu and we'll go on to ranked, which is tier 5 for this ranked season, season 6 of ranked. And so we're looking at rank 13 all the way up to 1, and you can see at the bottom you get various rewards going through it. Everything from coin, 250,000, and camouflages, to anniversary German crate at rank 11, rank 10, various boosters that could come in handy, rank 9, again more boosters plus a couple more camos. Gets a little bit more interesting at 8, big French destroyer crate that's open in a minute, we'll talk more about that in a minute. 3 days premium and promotion orders, you can't turn them down. Rank 7 again, free XP, global XP, commander XP, and even more credits, 250,000 credits. Halloween camos at tier 6, and 100 doubloons, which are always handy. Rank 5, an Halloween crate. Everything's coming out of the bag at another 250,000. 4 more epic boosters this time, 5 each, they always come in handy. And more epic boosters again at 3. Not too fussed about them. Rank 2, more camo. I do love that shadow camo, I must say that. That shadow camo made me nice, that will look amazing. No, I do love the shadow camo, just surprised they don't come out more then. Again, more promotion orders, which again, that's fantastic. 4 promotion orders, you don't get them very often. And doubloons 150, and then all the way to number 1, if you get there, a Season 6 champion patch, well, the currency, the commendation, and a Black Friday crate. You look, your black ships look amazing. You've got a few, haven't you? And they do stand out well. They sit well. Yeah, which I'm quite happy about that. So that's the rank, as we said. Tier 5. We're just discussing before coming out what ships best to play for ranked tier 5. Probably, I'm thinking Fubiki off the tech tree for the destroyer. Cruisers at tier 5. Yeah. Cruiser wise, always in Nuremberg's always a good shout. Don't forget on Whip Pensacola, guns turn too slow and he's getting wiped out, I don't know when anyone sees it. Battleships wise, tier 5 tech tree ones, Bayern's hit and miss. If Bayern's on form, it'll absolutely wreck a game. If not, done. Ismail's the same, you can absolutely destroy him that, but you can also get wiped out. But premium wise, Warspite, Mutsu, and the Arizona are good shouts as well. But personally, I think I'm going to be playing the Monhan a lot. Probably with the Arizona Axe, I do like the Arizona as well. And I'm going to try my Warspite out. I just purchased today, and I'm going to see if I can get on with that. You've always been raving about your Warspite, haven't you? So that's why I'm going to be playing in ranked. You've always done well. Yeah, I have always admired what it can do. I've been on the receiving end of some Warspite action as well, so I've dipped down and got one. So if we want to go back now, we'll have a look at the next segment that's come out today. We're going to ships and the tech trees. And we'll first of all have a look at the USA line. And you'll notice now that the Cleveland is now available to purchase, and the Elena and the Dallas. The new cruiser line is now not earnable by the crates, you can actually buy them with ordered currency on the game. Like I said before, I've just bought the Elena myself, so hoping to unlock the Cleveland soon, because I think that could be a bit tasty, the old Cleveland, and there are good things about it. So that's the... I'll say it's wiped me out this morning, absolutely wiped me out. So if we skip across to the French line, we'll notice a whole new line, all the way from tier 2 up to 7 has been added on. But these are early access only, so you need to get these through crates. Looking at them, we've got the I hope you're going to be better at pronouncing these than me. The Fusilier, I hope I'm pronounced this right. Yeah, a tier 2 French destroyer. I mean, we will be showcasing, so you can see on the 2-pack Pro screen at the moment, we've only got the tier 5 and 6 that we got through crates this morning. Both of us, ironically, got the same 2. And then there's a tier 3 one. I'm not very good at French, so the Borasque? I'm not 100% sure. I do like the name of the tier 5 one, and that's 4 one, that's quite more simpler. The Jaguar, I'm just going to call it. And you'll notice as you look at these, if you scroll across them, that like the Terrible, no smoke screens. And you may be thinking, oh my god, how am I supposed to play as Destroyer with no smoke screen? Don't fret. We'll talk more when we come to playing French Destroyers, why it's a problem, but it can be overcome by certain aspects you get on your French crew. Then moving on to tier 5, we've got the Guepard. If I'm saying that correctly, I'm 100% on the on that. You can see survivability is quite low on it, but maneuverability is quite high. That's a French trait. And tier 6, still no smoke. I can't pronounce this one. All right, you can have a go at one for a change rather than me waffling. You try this one. I will go for Vaqualine. I don't know, people will be out there but laughing their heads, especially if they French it as poor pronunciations. But yeah, tier 7 is the Le Fantastique, which won't be released. It says early access on it, but you never get the tier 7s in early access, so that's one we're going to have to open up and then buy when it comes out available. That Le Fantastique does look quite tasty. General traits of French destroyers, like we said, no smoke. Concealment's not always brilliant on them, but they're fast. Ridiculously fast, and if anything like the Terrible, we'll find out. Quite a lot of torpedoes. I think I've done the most damage I've ever done in my La Terrible out of any ship I've got on the game. So do not dismiss these French destroyers as poor, but time will tell. Let's try them out first. So that is the new ships available on the game. Next one, we're going to go across. There's nothing on commanders, so there's nothing to talk about there, nothing new. Campaigns. We'll go campaigns first, and I notice that Valhalla Rising campaign is live today. Quite a few good, if you go on that and we'll look at the stuff you can earn on it, quite a lot of crates, quite a lot of French points as well, 3 XP. There's quite a lot of stuff to go through there, and to be fair, we could skim across it. But the whole thing, anyway, is there's something at the end of it. And at the very end of it, there's one ship to earn. It's quite a biggie, 100 stages to unlock, and it is the Odin. Tier 7 German battleship. Yeah, it takes a while, and you can just see that there's quite like a look at most of the, right, especially if you buy the Admiralty. Quite a lot of crates, quite a lot of doubloons in there as well, quite a lot of camos. Yeah, a lot of French coins. Quite a good few, a couple of promotion orders as well, everything, and even a commander up at stage 99. It's one of your mates, Philippe Bernier, who's a fantastic commander. Yeah, he's a really good commander. We're going to come on to him more later. Don't forget his name, don't forget the yearning, because you'll find out how good he is in a French destroyer and the perk he's got that you really like, don't you? You rave about it. Well, we'll come and show that later on. You also get a commander above the German one as well, so you get 2 commanders on stage 99. But the Odin, we will showcase the Odin. We have been lent it for a week, so we will be showing you the Odin later on in this stream, and you can see how good it is. Oh, you can buy it for 30 million credits with compensation if you've already got it, if you do buy it and then you finish it with the Admiralty, which is always handy. No, the 30 million credits would come in handy. So we can have a look at we'll have a quick look at the weekly Havoc next, at what you've got to do this week to earn. Have you only just got there? The weekly Havoc. Yeah, so your usual stuff. Win a battle, 10,000 XP in a battle, 755, £750,000 in credits, 750 global XP, that is a really low one, but we'll take it, and then 10,000 commander XP. But you'll notice this week, we've had the hardcore mode, that's gone by the looks of it. We've now got 4 shakedown trials this week instead of 3. One is to hit the enemy 500 times. That's not too bad. Can you use TIF? Oh yeah, you can use your marble ad. You'll be happy. You'll rinse through that in no time. Yeah. And then receive, is that 5 million? I think I'll just take my Nelson out with my repair patches there to get that one done. 5 million potential damage. That's a lot. That's going to take a while. The next one, get 10 captured or assisted. I don't know. I was thinking that myself. It is 5 million, isn't it? That is going to take a while. That is going to take a serious amount of time. That can't be right, surely. 5 million in a week. Yeah. So you'd only need 50 games of it. And to use your repair patches, that's going to take some serious doing that, but we'll see how we get on. The shakedown trial free, get 10 captured or assisted capture ribbons. That's not too tricky, but if you take it out, depends if you're playing battleships constantly to try and get absolutely wiped out with potential damage. Well, you got to remember that potential damage you're gonna get the accumulation of all sorts of other things. You get the accumulation of potential, so it's damage that's not been actually done to you, if that makes sense. Well, that's always handy. And then the last one, shakedown trial 4, in 7 battles, make it to the top 3 in your team by XP received. I think these are all inconsequential, because I think if you're just trying to do shakedown trial 2 with the potential damage, I think you'll just cover the other 3 off just naturally. So that's crazy that on the weekly. And then the other usual stuff running as well on the daily boost and the premiums, weekly boost, they're still running. And we've also, just quick to mention, you also get if you do win one of the ships in a crate, one of the French ones. I've got the Take the Lead up currently running for the tier 6 one, and with that you get 50 coins for just winning one battle, 50 coins for winning another one, and that goes all the way up to 5 times, so you can win technically 250 doubloons, and you also get a Super Santa container as well if you do it 5 times, and that's called Take the Lead. The tier 5 one's called Refined Design, and that is exactly the same thing, but you win a Black Friday crate with that. So if you do manage to get a French, if you do manage to, you've technically got 500 doubloons. You've got to have 2 ships for just winning 10 battles. So I think there's even more. I think I've got 7 on the Upard, so over 300 there. So that's not to be dismissed. Yeah, that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So there's so much happening. Yeah, this is so much happening. This is amazing. This update, I think we should tip our caps to the guys at Wargaming after this update, because they've pulled out some stops with this. They have pulled out some serious stops. This update is pretty good. Yeah, there's not too much to do. And then if we want to scroll across to the Bureau, we're not done yet, are we? The Bureau. Another segment added to the Bureau. The legendary birthday segment. As you can see here, you don't actually win a ship, but you can win quite a few goodies. Well, I say you don't win a ship. Who knows? You've got crates in here you can win on each segment. The segments don't take long to do. Just on the first segment alone, I think if you selected your stuff, you can use the Eisenhower and the buy-in. So, yeah, your patrons are in. I think it's 7, off the top of my head, when I did it. You've got to be 7. And then you've got your daily trials as well with the Eisenhower and the buy-in. You can win just a crate and 2 days premium. And if you look at the bottom of the time, I don't know how long you've had yours selected, but I've played the game in the buy-in today, so I'm quite a bit in front. I've not done the 9 now, but I've just got 5 hours 40 minutes left for one segment. So yeah, which is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then if we look through the stages we've got, so the next segment's a French destroyer crate, 3 of them. 3 French destroyer crates and 2 days premium for the next segment. 2 Halloween crates and 250 doubloons. They're throwing stuff at you guys. They're absolutely throwing stuff at you. Fantastic. Next segment, a Black Friday crate and 2 more days premium. Next segment, a Super Santa crate and 250 doubloons again. Woo-hoo! Be able to buy yourself a Warspite after all this. Next one looks like a British Commander and 2 days premium. The segment after that, I do not know what that crate is. It looks very, is it one of the Russian ones? Is it a Russian crate, that? And 250 doubloons. The red approach, got to be, name's giving it away. And then another Russian crate, another 2 days premium on the next segment. Then a German commander with another 250 doubloons. Woo-hoo-hoo. And then 2 more crates, I think they're the US crates, and 2 days premium again. You're never going to need premium again at this rate. And then finally, another French destroyer crate, and another 250 doubloons. We can't look into this info. We haven't got the info available to us. It's not being released, so we don't know what ships and what patrons you can use on your way through these stages. I don't know. It started off with a tier 5 and a tier 6 ships, so I'm thinking they're going to be quite high. I'm thinking most of them are going to be tier 6 or 7 ships /5. Look at it, with the first one being a buy-in. But I don't know. We don't know that information, so we're just guessing. Yeah. It was a Nassau. There were some fantastic Black Friday ships, weren't there? So, the Sharnus were one, weren't it, with the war spite? Yeah. Yeah. Good ships. They all sound good ships, so Black Friday crates is the way to go looking at it. But like I say, the ships you're going to need to open up all these stages, we don't know. We don't know if you're going to need a lot of tier 7s, or if you're going to need premium ships, or what, we don't know. So, at the moment, Nice and I are buying your first stage, and that's as far as we've got, so it's as far as I can tell you at this stage. But that's another segment on the Bureau. They keep giving you stuff. This update just keeps getting better and better. And, yeah. And then if we look at the store, finally, you'll notice there's a couple of changes in there. He's jumped. So we'll go to the store. So we'll look straight away on featured. You can buy 5 times crates for 3,000 doubloons. Sorry. And the French division is also on there. You can get 29,900, which is a bit steep, but each to their own. Always handy. And nothing else has changed really on it until we get to the end of the Admiralty. These will look familiar to regular players. They're pretty much the same rewards you got on the last one, the American one. Now you can see you can buy a crate for 50. French commanders, commander pack, just general. Insignia, so they're always handy. Get them if you can. Forged in combat, which I ain't got enough coin for at the minute, which is a personal offer, limited offer. Yeah. Let's have a look, see if we get those tellers. No. I'll tell you, it expires in 1 month, so you want to get that one quick. Don't leave that till last to buy. So promotion orders, 150,000 credits, and it just keeps going. You'll recognise these up until the revolutionary camos at the end, which have just come out, the French ones, and you can get a permo camo for a tier 5 bard, which again, it's not bad at all. So look at that! It took us ages just to go through what's been added on in this update. It's massive, absolutely fantastic. And we've not even got to the player of the ships, all the new maps as well. New maps added as well. Absolutely fantastic. So which ship do you want to try first? Which one do you want to show off? I'll send you an invite. Take me one. Yeah. It looks like it's got some taste on it and some big old guns. The upgrades, equipment wise, usual stock stuff at the beginning didn't cost too much. I will always go aiming systems, always handy with battleship. Sorry, secondaries, not too bad. It's got some taste, so that's an option if you really wanted to use that. But yeah. The main battery, I don't really bother with that. I go with propulsion just to stuff. Steering's another one, but we've not tried the ship out yet, so we don't know what it's like. Again, damage control's not a bad one to go with, because I've got a funny feeling this is going to be Bismarcky and Tirpitzy, where you want to get up close and personal and fire off whatever you can. So each to their own there, each to their own, whichever one you want to choose. The third one, you haven't really got a choice in it. Target acquisition. Just cost 2 million though, which is a bit of a sting. And then I did go with secondary battery reload on the last mod. I weren't bothered with the torpedo one. I like the idea of the torpedoes loading 15% extra. Just let a little sneak peek at it. The Odin as torpedoes, which will excite a few people, especially me, who was a big Eisenhower fan. But I didn't like the 50% chance of torpedoes being incapacitated. Having played the Eisenhower quite a lot, they do get blown off quite often, so a 50% extra chance of them getting destroyed says to me it's near enough guaranteed, so I stayed well clear of that one. And then the main battery, it's nice, but the traverse is a bit of a kick, so I went with secondaries because there's no real drawback from having that. So we'll have a look at the loadout next. And that's quite good, 3,600, so not a lot of damage from an HE round for a tier 7 ship. But look at the range, 17.4, I don't know what you've got on it because it depends what commander you've got on. So yours might... Oh. So mine's up at 17.4, and the reload time, 20 seconds. 20 seconds! I mean, you've got a really good German commander you put in your Scharnhorst and your Eisenhower who's got a ridiculously fast reload, so God knows what you're going to get yours down to, but that is a quick reload. But it worries me why it's got a quick reload. And I've looked at the actual maximum AP shell damage of the AP shells as well, at just over 9,500. It's not going to be smashing massive holes in things, but I'm just hoping it can do enough. And this is more exciting. Yeah, this is more exciting. Yeah, the torpedoes. I mean, mine's up to 68 when I've got a commander in it, so that will go up. 6k torque range, which is your standard Eisenhower German battleship one. And then reload 84 seconds, which is... it's not bad when you think about it, compared to some destroyers. Damage is okay, 13,700. Yeah. So we look at these are quite interesting as well. You're going to have to look into the consumables. So unlike your Russian stuff, the consumable is infinite. You can use as many as you want. 15-second duration, but reload time takes 77 seconds. I've got 4 repair patches. This is the commander I've got in, so I think you've got 3 on yours. So that's a bit of difference. And this is interesting now. This is another thing that's been brought out on this update. You'll see here that you've got a catapult fighter. If you go onto it and you can manage the slot, you can swap him out now. And that it can be used as a spotter, which we're going to do. I'm going to do. I don't know if you're going to do, just to showcase it off. And you see the difference in a spotter is temporarily increases shell grouping of the main battery. So if you've got your spotter plate up, you're going to be more accurate with your guns. You also consumable duration 30 seconds, 198 second reload. And you've got 5 of these as well. So use them sparingly. I think that. So I won't just chuck your plane up every now and then. I'd save it for when you really need it. And then sonar, it's got sonar as well. Sonar, so it's very Bismarcky. 3.5 kilometer torpedoes and detection ships, like you just said, 5k, which is awesome. And consumable duration, 100 seconds. So you get nearly a 2 minute as well, burst out of it as well. Reload time, 178.2, and you've got 3 of them as well. So that's the loadout, and we're going to look at the stats now. Survivability. He always puts flags on. He loves his flags. 62,700 hit points. Armour up to 360 mil, so it's not the most... No, it's not the most armoured thing you're going to ever come across at tier 7. And torpedo reduction is quite low as well for a battleship, only 22%. We'll look at the artillery main battery. These are quite low caliber guns, 305, which is kind of what you've got on the Nikolai at tier 4. So as caliber goes, these are not the most potent, but they do reload quick, so like you said, you can put suppressive fire down and they fire quite far. Looking at this so far, I'm thinking it's more an HE spamming fire starting ship than a AP side smashing beast, just looking at it. But yeah. But I do like the fact that it's got low caliber guns, and I'll come around to that why. If you're going to get this up close to the person, you're going to be fighting out mostly with cruisers, which the ship looks like it's very well armoured to deal with. You've got your hit points to deal, you've got your armour, which cruiser's going to struggle to penetrate. You've got torpedoes if you need them at 6k. You've got your secondaries fire away, and you've got low caliber guns, so overpens aren't going to be as big an issue. 20-second reload, so you're going to be down there with your cruiser going toe to toe for reloads with most of them. I think the Ipper's up there around 15-16 seconds, so the American stuff. So I like its chances. I like the look of it. And then we can see them secondaries, 128mm. You've got 6 times 2 of them, 5.3 kilometre range, so they're not the furthest from. We're not talking Bismarck range on these things, but a 2.9 second reload. Chance of fire only 5%, and only 1500 damage you're going to get from them. The other secondary armor's exactly the same. A little bit more damage from those guns. You see them, the ones at the bottom, the 150mm guns, same range, 6-second reload now, and more damage from the HE, around an extra 200 and an extra 3% chance of fire with them. So armament-wise, I'm thinking this isn't really one you can tackle a battleship with. I wouldn't really fancy my chances, but I'd fancy my chances against some cruisers. Only problem is your tier 7 cruisers tend to stick quite a way at the back. So yeah, especially like you said, your destroyers, because you've got your 5.3 kilometre sonar range, which you can use. So torpedoes, we've varied on them incredibly. 533mm Verling, 2x4. So 2x4, pretty tasty. You're going to have a nice spread of them as well. 84-second reload, 6-second and 180 turn time. Maximum damage is pretty good, 13,700. Like you said, the speed is fast. They're quite tasty. Manoeuvrability, if it's out like any normal German battleship, it's going to cut, and it is 30 knots, so it's not slow. That's a bit of an issue. That's 790 metres, and the rudder shift's not looking too clever either at 14.1. Yeah, maybe them upgrades we should have looked at this first and put on the steering assist. That's probably an option for you guys. We've wasted the silver already. Concealment, it's a battleship. It's not really a factor. If there's something else out there, it's going to see you before you see it. So we're going to skip over that. Overview, ironclad. Above average armour thickness, so it might only have a 300 plus maximum, 365 I think maximum thickness, but it's got an ironclad, so resistance to all forms of armour penetration. It's fast as well. We've just mentioned that 30 knots, and we see there then it always goes down as a negative modest guns, but I find ships with modest guns I do better in. It's weird. Like we've mentioned the Nikolai already at tier 4 supposed to have modest guns, and that thing just does not struggle to do the damage. So this is, we'll read out the Odin, one of the draft designs for a relatively small high-speed battleship that preceded the construction of the Sharners class ships. This is a ship which is primarily distinguished by a more powerful main battery comprising 305mm guns. And was designed in 1935. So looking at it, I hope it plays like it and it sounds like it. It sounds like it's a Sharner / Eisenhower on steroids, which if it is, it's going to be fun. But that's it. So shall we take her out for a maiden voyage? Let's see how we go on. I went with Reinhard Scheer, which is my commander of choice. Yeah, I always go with Scheer because of his torpedo ability. I'll tell you why, he's not the best. Normally you go with Kilax, won't you? You know, the normal Otto, your normal shit, but I go with Reinhard just for simple reason. His torpedo, and I like to get up close to personal. So his increase in torpedo speed, sea detectability range is down, torpedo launchers reload quicker at 6%, and you also get range on your guns as well with him. I've also got him with the extra consumable, so mine's set up for close quarters action. Don't bother with the guns. That's how I play with an Eisenhower at hand. I get good results with an Eisenhower, so it kind of works as well. He also comes with damage control reload time, and a risk of catching fire is reduced as well, so he's pretty handy. He's an handy commander. I don't think he's made for battleships, but he works, so that's why I put him in. Because you mentioned it there, it's a lightweight, fast battleship. It's a cruiser, and it's got torpedoes. He fits all things for me, ticks everything, so I always use Reinhard Scheer. Otto, he's okay, Otto, but he's like his main thing, increase AP shell damage. I'm not going to tend to be using him too much. So that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah. which is not a bad problem, because yeah, but it's not that big an issue, because like you said before, you do not want to be firing German battleships at range. It's not the best way to play them, so it's not a big massive. What are you going to hit off a 15k anyway in a German battleship? You're going to land 1 or 2 shells if you're lucky, and with the low caliber guns like you've got on said Odin, it's not even going to do anything anyway, so that's a pretty good perk not to have. If you're going to lose anything, range would be it. Yeah. Yeah. That's always handy. Yeah, I've got one. What's your reload? Mine's 84, so I've got a 6-second reload advantage, which is always handy if you're fighting another battleship. Well, reloading torps is always handy to be quicker, and they go 68 knots as well. So, would your manoeuvrability change any, or are you still at 30 knots and 790? Yep. So let's set the Odin out on a maiden voyage and see what we can. I'm going to try and play it like an Eisenhower. I'm going to see if that works. This might be a disaster. I know if it plays like an Eisenhower, I'm going to be in dreamland, because I love my Eisenhower. I mean, I ain't got Sharness, you've got the Sharness, and you've got 2 Sharness, haven't you? Just to rub it in. You've got the black edition and the standard Sharness as well, just to show off. Oh, look at that! We're straight on one of the maps. Sea of Fortune. So we get to show off a new map as well. So, killing 2 birds, 1 stone here. So we're in the Odin Tier 7 German battleship premium, which is there not this week on the Valhalla Rising. It's going to take a few weeks to get it. If you're boosting, you can get it sooner. And look at that, not many islands, is there? I'm fancying C. I think push C. I don't know this map also. This is even more of an issue. I think working as tandem, I reckon we should just keep swapping as spotter planes up. It's a shame if you've got 2 spotter planes if it doesn't act for everybody, if that makes sense. Yeah, let's go to C. We're on that flank anyway, aren't we? It's our responsibility technically. Have we got any the big ships up against us now? It's Tier 6 game, so Iowa and Bismarck we've got to watch out for. And there's also a Cleveland. Oh yeah, that's changed. Wow, there's another update as well, isn't there? The commander wheel. Yeah, the arms are, yeah.
Capture that area.
So you're going to see a lot of that. You see on the left of the screen there, a lot more different displays. I mean, I'm a bit apprehensive here about being quite so side and side and getting across the sea.
Enemy force detected.
We've got a plane gone up from that cruiser in front of us. Yeah, I'm right in front of you. Yeah. I'm not. I've drove into Saturn once. I don't know where the enemy is. I don't want to waste my plane. This is the thing now. Normally I'd chuck the fighter up now. Well, there's already one up off there, but it's not. Oh, there we go. The King George over to his right hand side. It's just out of my range, so there's no chance of you getting him if I can't. Something in C as well. So we've got. I'm hoping this Wichita's got. Stick your HE rounds in. I'm hoping this Wichita's going to use his sonar, but he doesn't seem interested. Why isn't he using his sonar? Here he is. Here he is. Actually,
Concentrate fire
to get around this rock. No, there's no point. I'm just trying to get this Asher. Oh, took it. He has, he's gone. It's Wichita's. They didn't do a lot of damage, that's all gone. I need to be 2 to be fair. Here they come, here they come, here they come, here they come. I've just turned at the wrong time, I'm taking this one. not spotted, which is really weird. Watch out, more torpedoes. More torpedoes. Right, I'm through. I'm through the torpedoes. I've got a funny feeling there's going to be more coming.
Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes to
You've not come
starboard.
through, push through, have you? There's one destroyer at enemy team. It would be across at our spawn point. I don't know why the Wichita didn't use his radar. He's got a 10K. He's got a 10K sonar.
Get back. Roger.
There's a cruiser on the island in front of me, right at the back. See where he last spotted?
Roger.
I mean, we need help from these cruisers. They're not spotting anybody. I'm going to have to put the plane up because I can't see anything. There he is.
Enemy cruiser sighted. All stations, protect that target.
No one said that weren't going to be an issue. And they just proved my point. All of them just landed all the way around in my shells. He's going to be talking again. He's going to reload it by then. It's used as booster already, which is always a handy thing to have done. Here they come, here they come, here they come. Yeah. I don't know where all the red team is. There's nobody lit up anyway. I mean, that Wichita's. Oh, more torpedoes, more torpedoes.
Torpedoes direct front.
And mine's back down now. I'm reloading. About just over, I think it were 100 seconds, so it's about 1 minute and 40.
Torpedoes direct front.
There he is, Wichita. He's in trouble. He's in big trouble here.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
The secondaries have started on. I'm just worried more about the Asho than this Wichita at this point.
Spotter airborne.
I'm not doing a great deal of damage to him, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm struggling. I'm worried about this Asho. I've got to dodge them torps to get watched out, some more torpedoes coming. He's gone.
Spotter returning to ship.
Yeah, and the King George coming
Torpedoes,
across
dead ahead.
into B. Might be able to get some shots on. Just waiting for him to pop out. There's torps coming out. I want to get away from this Asho, to be fair. Yeah, but I don't think he's hitting anyone. I think he's got double sixed himself. He had too much choice. Alright, I'm trying to cut back towards B. I don't fancy taking that Asho on.
All stations reporting position on strategic target. The ship is on fire.
I don't like being this broadside to a destroyer, but yeah, I'm chancing my arm. It looks like we've done the old clock here, where Reds have gone full left and we've gone full left. And now we're meeting in the middle. To be fair, I'm not spotted anymore, so that's always a good sign. I've just been spotted now, so that's fill me with confidence. Oh dear.
Problem solved, sir.
What's the cruiser that's coming to back him up? It's another Wichita. I think we're chasing him back round the corner, aren't we?
Torpedoes to port.
Let's take a gamble here. He's firing HE anyway. Oh, there you go. Torpedo tube got straight away. Cleveland, forward left. I'm quite enjoying these. I'm not too dispirited as well. Just stuck a torpedo in someone. Oh, look at that! Just took a right hole like that. I'm quite enjoying these, to be fair. It's to his left of me. I'm pointing at him. If you see me, I'm pointing at Cleveland. The reload's amazing. Oh, just took somebody out with his secondaries. I'm grabbing it. Go that way. Go that way. Just turn torpedoes from the side. Atlanta coming. There's Atlanta coming.
The ship is on fire. Torpedoes dead ahead.
Yeah. He's turned away. Go that way. Go that way. These torpedoes.
Torpedoes direct front.
Oh, no, the torpedoes from front as well. Ashio problems.
Problem solved, sir. Torpedoes direct front.
Oh no.
Torpedoes direct front. We're holding
Oh, now there's even more coming.
Flooding quickly.
We're around, we've done it. Oh, there's everything here. What? Trying to get me torpedoes off quick for no. I did 85. Ashio just had a field day then.
All stations.
His whole team come round as a group, he just, yeah. I mean, that Wichita, we got him capturing C, all he had to do was chuck his radar on. It lasted for like 20 odd seconds and we didn't know where he were. He smoked up and just disappeared again. Or do we want to show off the French stuff? French destroyers. We can come back to the Odin. We'll try the tier 5 one for firstlings. 5 alive. Yeah. I mean, he's going to be bare rest route. We haven't got him fully upgraded, but we can. I'll have a look at that while you're doing that. It's available now in the store for 1,000 Admiralty points. Or the French destroyer points, whichever you want to call it. You made a bit of silver, a bit of coin, over 250,000. So, what you got, aiming systems and propulsion? No, not much. What we got? Where am I looking? The community contributor one. I like that. Oh, look at it. It's nifty as hell. It's awesome. Beautiful. Hopefully we'll never be seen. So we'll have a look through stats. So you put your upgrades on, haven't you? You've gone through there. I've actually got the torpedo upgrade on mine as well. I'm like an idiot. You're not going loadout? Yeah, so ammunition round, 5.9 second reload, 20,000, that'd be handy with an HE round. 2,040 damage from an HE shell, 9% chance of fire, only 9k firing range, which will go up when you upgrade your ship. Ours is pretty stock at the minute. 5.9. Yeah. And the torpedoes with the APs, same reloading, like only 2,600, so you're better off sticking with your AP rounds, to be fair. And they're pretty good on French stuff, if I remember rightly. That chance of fire feels a lot better than 9%. The torpedoes, this is where it comes in. This is where French destroyers absolutely own the seas. Maximum damage, nearly 20,000 damage. But yeah, well, I'm up over 19,000 damage, and a reload timer of just over 80 seconds. 7.5 kilometer torque range, which you can work with that. It's tier 5, remember. So that's pretty decent for tier 5. 7.5 range. Yeah. 61 knots as well, so these things are not slow. Consumables, infinite damage controls, but look at this. Main battery booster. Maximum speed 50%, consumable duration 15 seconds, reload time 150 seconds, and you only get one of them. But temporarily accelerates the reload speed of the main battery guns. I don't know when you're going to need that in a destroyer, so. But if you're in a big old knife fight, then yeah, stick it on. But other than that, it is what it is. Unless you're desperate to get something on fire. I suppose it has its uses, but it's not a big trait. I'd rather have one on torpedoes, to be fair, but it is what it is. Speed boost. This is right. You talk more now about that candidate. You've got yours on what happens when you use said speed boost and why it's important. You've got speed boost on your French destroyers. Yeah. Yeah. That's handy. Four and a half. 4.5 minutes nearly. But you technically, your detectable range, you're 7.8, so 20% of that is roughly around, it's going to be about 1.4k. Just over 1.5, something like that. So it goes down to about what we detectable range on this is going to be about. If you got yours to 5.7, so 20% of that, it's not going to be much cop. It's going to be about 1.1k. So you're going to be down to around 4.6 about when you're speed boosting. Yeah. So back to the ship. We're on to stats. Survivability, we're on stats now. Always another trait. Yeah, that's what I mean. Always another trait. of French destroyers, which you'll be glad to know if you get one, is they have a lot of hit points to play with, 14,200. So that's quite substantial. I think the Monhan on top of my head had 13,900. I'll have to look at that. Armour, we'll just gloss over that and we'll move on to artillery, which has its main batteries 139mm guns, which are normally quite potent if they look like the terrible guns, and the HE rounds are pretty decent on your general cruisers on the French line. Chance of fire, I've already mentioned 9%. Well, yours is just over 6 seconds, mine's just under 6 seconds reload time. So in a knife fight, the turret turn times aren't great either, only 22.5, so this isn't like you're going to be fighting an American destroyer. But they're okay, aren't they? They're usable. How do you find yours? Have we lost you? We've lost him. Where have you gone? I wonder where you've gone. So, torpedoes. The 550mm Lance torpedoes. 2 times 3, so you've got 6 to play with. So, not the most, so it's not up there with the terrible stuff, but this is tier 5. 6 second on the turn time. Damage, like I say, that's what it's all about. Be careful, again, I'm thinking this is going to be very much like the Monaghan, where only you're going to need 1 salvo to take care of a ship. So use 2 at your whim if you're really not sure where it's going to be to cover all bases, but as a general rule I try and stick to 1 because you're going to need to look after it. Like I say, the reload's quite high. 7.5 is quite handy for the distance. Yours is 7.8 and torpedo speed is 61. I don't know what yours is.
61.
That's what I've got. Yeah. Manoeuvrability. French destroyers are only quite quick. This doesn't seem that quick at the minute. Stats can be misleading because, like I said, this isn't upgraded. This is standard. So we haven't upgraded the hull or anything like that yet. So we don't know what the upgrades are. I've not looked. You might get a bit more speed out of this. Turning circle is massive, huge, 680 meters.
Wow.
That's quite high. And a rudder shift time, which is quite high for a destroyer as well, 5.8. So it's fast, but she doesn't turn very well. So again, be careful in a knife fight. Very careful. Concealment. I mean, that's the other thing in a knife fight. You're struggling because he can chuck his smoke up, and if you fired your guns, you're going to get spotted by somebody else. You're in trouble. And this is where concealment comes in. Remember this. You're going to have to remember this, and you must remember where your concealment line is when you're playing a French destroyer, because it's life and death. You've got to make sure where you are and know where you. Map awareness is massive in a French destroyer. You've got no protection. If you get spotted, only way you're getting undetected again is to get out of the range of whatever's spotting you, so be very careful. 6.1 on mine, I think yours is lower than that, isn't it?
5.7.
Detectable range by 6. Yeah, so always remember that. Just check if you do get a French destroyer when you put a commander in. Have another look back at this screen and see exactly what range you're working with. Yeah. And remember, you've got 7.5 minimum range on your torpedoes. 6, you've got 1.5 kilometers to play with, or you're not going to get spotted. So just remember that and work from that. Overview: agile, even though it's got a range turning circle, a rudder shift time, it's got an above average ability to change direction. We'll have a look in the game and we'll see if that plays out. Reloader, above average main battery reload time, especially with that booster you've got where you can make that 50% as well, so that's a massive plus. And remember, you've got no smoke, so if you like smoke screens, then this might not be the destroying line for you, but you can use it.
Not bad.
And then the actual historical side of things, armed with 139mm artillery guns, the Gupar class ships were to a greater extent than their predecessors in line with the concept of large destroyers, half cruisers, half destroyers. So that tells its own story there. Entered service in 1928 and there were 6 ships in the series. So it's time we check this out and we'll have a look.
Yeah, camo's good, isn't it? Just looking at it, camo's very nice.
Thank you, I'll tell you that.
100 of them puppies, aren't we? Let's take her, Anna. You pressed it. There you go. Thing is, this, like you say, this is a basic with no mods. So this should be interesting. I think it might play like the Agile. What do we call the tier 5 one? The Agile.
You call it the Agile, don't you?
Yeah.
It's the diode, man.
I reckon it's going to be quite agile.
Agile.
Yeah, I think it's going to be quite similar. I think it'll be quite similar.
We ain't got a new map this time, unfortunately. We've got Trap, which kind of helps us in a way. Some map we know, don't we? There's the last one we didn't know.
That first map,
as it showed,
crazy.
are a mess.
It was.
Not the map, just the way we played it.
What's funny?
Where are we? Oh, we're on C. let's try, and we've got 3 other destroyers, so I'm going to have a quick look at these. Yeah, that camo looks even nicer now.
Let's go see.
What we got? We've got a tier 5, okay?
What I'm not
So
going to
tier
do,
4 's not good at that.
I'm not going to use my speed boost until it's necessary, but we will see it.
Yeah. Skirt, I mean, remember this again, you can't go ploughing in the French destroyer. You have got to be on the periphery, so using 2 of them weren't the best idea side by side, but it is what it is. Because as soon as someone starts capturing sea, you've got to remember we've got no sonar, no radar, we've got no way of detecting, we've got no planes as we were a destroyer, and we've not got the best camo ability per se for destroyers. So you're up against it, so you do rely on your team a bit more in a French destroyer than you normally do. But that's not to say they can't be used and they can't work.
True. No, French destroyers are awesome.
Like I say, the big thing with the French destroyers, if you just stick 1 torpedo in something, and you've got the potential, and only the potential, because you've got torpedo reduction schemes on most ships now.
See, my torpedo
sometimes 30–40%.
It does go quite a way outside of the
down
camo
that
circle.
island there. Someone's in sea, someone's capturing sea. So we've got to make a decision now. Do we want to go in and find him as a pair?
Our battleship's not spotted.
I'm spotted anyway. I'm spotted. Infant's spotted me, so we're in. We're going to have to go in. Oh, we're going to get shredded here.
We're going to get immense. Here you go. I've pressed me speed boost and my camo's sucked in 20%. Oh, you're on fire. Oh, you've made a hash of that, thank you.
Yeah, I'm getting rinsed by everything. I might as well use my boost here, because
Wait. Camo 20%. Here you go.
I thought we were shooting him, I thought we were going for him, but you seem to have just left me with him.
I've gone towards him. I've gone in deep, man.
In like flame. Backing up now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be dead in a second. I can't back up because my engine's dead, I'm just a sitting duck here.
I can't see it.
He sees you.
See it.
Oh, this is
It'd be
going
nice
worse.
if you could see it. Am I right? It is ass. Look at that. Can't get any closer. I am next to it. I can see the island, I just can't see the Icarus.
He's here.
Torpedoes to port.
Oh, come on, guns, turn. Come on, guns, turn. Oh, he's on it. He's on it. Oh dear, got smashed. Reload's a bit slow.
Can't hardly hit him.
I noticed. I forgot to press my ghoster, man.
Can't hardly hit him.
I forgot to press my ghoster. Oh, I got a flash burn.
Here you go.
Oh, I'll set him on fire, didn't I? Not bad. Not a very good first game. I went a bit balls deep.
Yeah.
The balls went slightly too far in. Are you stuck on that island doing nothing?
I got my engine blown out and I've only used the repair patch, so I was stuck there for like 30 seconds.
I'm trying to get on you now. I'm trying to get on you. Made a mess of that.
I'm dead, don't worry about getting on me. He just drove straight for it with all the torpedoes, as the guy said.
I just want to get back on you.
Well, that were a disaster, with epic proportions.
I got a kill.
I think everything come across to sea.
I think you did actually. We should
We'll move on to tier 6.
We'll probably go.
We'll get the tier 6 for that one.
Go,
That were awful game. Really showed its qualities there.
yeah. Definitely. Let's smash the tier 6.
But I'm hoping this is going to be more like the Dead About, but I'm not 100%
So,
sure.
I've got no commander in it. I just want to have a look at the camo. So camo with nothing is 7 kilometers, and the torpedoes are 7 kilometers. So that's not great.
I'm looking at just skimming across the stats,
Yeah.
and everything seems near enough exactly the same. The shell damage, the reloads
Yeah.
a little bit slow,
Slightly higher
5.3.
hit point.
Torpedoes, yeah,
Fire
I've got
rate,
torpedoes at longer reload time
Yeah.
and doing exactly the same damage. So
18
it looks like the torpedoes are worse than
Yeah.
the tier 5 one.
Oh.
But like I say, this is full, not upgraded.
I'm gonna smash the commander in.
Oof.
see what happens.
To be honest with you, there's not much point going on at the starts because this look exactly the same as the tier 5.
We'll see what the
It's like you said,
camo.
it's set in just a little bit more hit
Well, your
points.
camo goes to 6.4, which is like a kilometre worse than the tier 5 one. It must be a
Same
torpedo
speed,
range is 7.8.
10 metre less thing.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I've managed to get my
It's exactly the
torpedo
same.
range up and my camo down, so that's quite good. But,
The guns are the same damage from the guns, same chance of fire, same range. Just reload a little bit quicker. He's not looking clever, to be fair, for this one. It's got exactly the same plus points as well.
apply with caution. Apply caution, man. I love the camo. So, what are we looking at? I can't actually bolt any stuff on my model because I can't. The standard upgrades.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a concealment one actually. The
There
third
is a
one.
difference.
There's a concealment one, 2 million.
Yeah, that's what I've used that. And it gets it down to 6.1, which is what you've got from tier 5 one anyway.
Okay. So upgrades.
2 times 2. 2 times 2 torpedo tubes.
Okay, that's better. That's 10
It's not.
torp.
You get 4. 2 times 2.
But when you've upgraded it,
Not 4 or 5.
when you've upgraded it, you can get 10 torpedoes at
That is going to have to be a must.
at 65 knots. So that's much better. And then you've got your 10% increase in range, and you've got your 3,000 more hit
This
points.
is going to be awful stop.
Uh,
This is going to be
I
awful
think
stop.
the way we are going to take it out, keep your expectations low.
Especially the way the rest of the games have gone this morning.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So,
Oh dear. It might be best if we split up.
play different tactics.
They don't work. Yeah, they don't work side by side. Bro. We saw that in last game.
True.
I'd still rather have one over a Russian one anyway. Any day of the week. The 4 kilometre tops on Greece. Oof, this isn't a good map.
Thing is, it goes to show that commanders make a massive difference.
Huge.
Hmm.
I mean, it's weird because a lot of players aren't going to have these upgraded. Because
True.
nobody's had a French destroyer before, so there's going to be no point to upgrading your French destroyer cruise unless you've got Lieutenant above.
True.
So,
yeah, it's very true actually. So everyone's going to be clambering around at their promotion points.
Ooh, the torpedo angles are nice.
I'm not in there yet.
And them bad boys. You can nearly torpedo
wow.
those, didn't you?
Yeah.
That is nice, and it was one of the plus ones. It said about the
Terrible.
gear pick class, this was an upgrade on that class,
Wow.
which had a better torpedo angle.
I like that.
Yeah, they weren't wrong.
I like that. Oh, I better start moving. I'm not moving. Let's catch you up. So, the thing is, I prefer the commander that shrinks your camo rating. But I think that can make a massive difference. I don't think you should use
They
it
were
running
up
off,
against.
like smoke.
We're very badly up against it this game. There's 2 Wichitas and 2 Akatsukis, which are
Oh,
like
okay.
kryptonite for a French destroyer.
I'm
That's not to mention
I'm
the
gonna try
Kutsura or
and-
the Z23.
remember to use my booster.
2 cutties and all
I
of
forgot
them.
about that. I don't know how I forgot.
I feel really slow.
Yeah. Like,
You know, because it's such a big ship, it feels like it's not moving.
like I say.
It's like a battleship literally facing opposite direction of where it's heading towards back of can tell it's tier 7. You don't even need to look at the screen, you can just tell. As soon as you're in tier 7, battleships just head down, turn around and get back as fast as they can.
Still cruising. Still cruising. It feels like I'm going slow at 38 knots.
It does. It's just the size of the ship. The size of the ship's that big.
Very compromising. 4.5 minute reload on boostage. Let's try and show.
Have you just talked?
No, not me.
You talked past me. I didn't go into all this game.
I'm still moving.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
I seem to get a boot.
Oh no, I wasn't looking. I was silent.
I'm spotted by something.
I'm not spotted
Right,
because I'm at island.
Akatsuki here, look. See him.
No, I'm stuck behind island. I'm going to use this suicide smoke for fire. Is that my range? Wow, you're right next to him.
I don't know, he's took the bloody engine out and the torpedo.
I'm coming in. He's going to be toast when he gets round his corner. He's going to be gold.
He's used all his torpedoes as well.
Direct front.
Oh, you're joking. Come on.
Torpedoes.
Fired them.
His torpedoes off.
Torpedoes. Direct front.
He's already used them. He's fired them at me and missed me.
Stop. Sorry. Stop.
Engine boost
Here
activated.
you go. Back to space from the camo. It's going to be running.
I do find him before his torpedoes are fucking loaded up. Spotted over that cruise figure. Just took my bloody engine out again. Jesus Christ. Yep. Every time I've been shot, the engine's going. I'm just slowly going back as if I can't ready for the habit. We could do with them cruisers behind us actually stepping in and getting involved while they're interested. Chuck some torpedoes his way. He's flanking me now, he's tucking inside of me. He's coming back towards me again now. The top's looking good on it. What are you doing it? He sticks. He sticks mine. He's protecting me now, I was about to say, if he sticks his sonar on, I'm in huge trouble. How long does his booster last for? His sonar? These cruisers really need to step it up.
Engine boost deactivated.
He's going after you, isn't he? Is he after you? No, he's tucking in. There's no point around for me. He's really not.
Hold on the waterline. We're flooding quickly. Problem solved, sir.
I'm coming now.
The ship is on fire.
He's shooting me. He's shooting me to the fire. He only clipped me with one shot and nearly wiped me out. We had a battleship at back of us as well. Wherever he always came, where's he been? At Bismarck. What were you saying about playing German battleships? Yeah. I don't know. This is tier 7 for you. This is why nobody likes playing tier 7. Mr. Seconds.
All stations, concentrate request.
Yeah, we've lost this. We're way behind them points. Oh dear, it just feels so slow, doesn't it? Look at the size of it. I like the... I'm a bit dismissive of that being battery booster to start with, but... comes in handy then, nice for... yeah. No, not on this one. Oh, what we got here? Wichita, great. That's all you need. Where's our Bismarck going to run off this time? Ours does. We've been back at map most of the game. Look where he is now. It's ploughed into the side of our cruiser and he just wipes it out. Where's he getting that? Wichita?
Wichita.
Here he is.
Can't see him.
No one else want to shoot him. Alright.
What's your plan? Take the cat circles.
I ain't got one. They're up there.
What did you find the torpedoes at?
That was just I'm detecting all now by some sonar'd me. Just as I got right corner in front of everything. I couldn't have picked the worst time to get detected. Oh, it's this agile, it turns like a pig. It turns like an absolute pig.
You need mods on it, man. Mods on it.
What's sonar here for so long? Probably only lasted 20 seconds. That's what I mean, you know when I find it, which is
Yeah.
he's using everything he's got to his advantage. I always get one of my team, never use it. You're standing next to me thinking, there's a destroyer some smoke like right in front of us. Put your sonar or your radar on. No, we just plough on endlessly where we get torpedoed by. I'm going to die here probably.
What's it like up there today? Is it cold? I think cold here.
Ish.
Cold.
I can't get near anybody.
Has it been raining up there as well? Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw it down
Same,
here.
yeah.
I thought this thing was supposed to turn well, it turns like an absolute pig.
Ah, you gotta modify it, man. Get your mods on. Where are you going?
It's sailing away from me. That Wichita were coming towards me and I was turned away from them.
Feels like a bit sluggish.
Oh, is it? How it's supposed to be agile, I'll never know. I can't even get in torpedo range of that guy. He's out of it, Wichita, look.
Wichita.
So I've reloaded his fucking sonar by the time I catch him. What else we got? There's a Leon's heading off. Where's Leon going? Look at that Leon! He's only tailing back off at Matt.
I can't see a way on my map.
He's right over the far side, heading away from. You know we've got C and D, haven't we?
Yeah.
Is it A heading away from the whole team?
Oh yeah, I see him. I see him. Where's he going?
It's Wichita swapping. I don't know. He's swapping his speed all over the place here.
You seem to get the opposite Wichita players, where they actually know what they're doing. We always get the ones that
Yeah.
do nothing.
He's like varying his speed and everything. He's not messing about. I know he's nowhere near his predicted line, but chance for the arm, isn't it? Weird because you get 5 torpedoes out of 2 tubes, which is a bit confusing.
Yeah. Trying to take some upgrading, isn't it?
Just a bit. Well, that Leon's gone. He's out of there.
What are you going to concentrate on? The tier 5 one or this one?
I'm not sure. I think the tier 5 one will work better than this, just for the simple fact of equipment that tier 7 ships have got that you're going to come up against, as opposed to the tier 6 ones you're going to come up against maximum in a tier 5 ship.
I get you.
He's gone and sat in the middle of them islands now in Wichita. Like I say, Wichita player knows what he's doing. Wichita there, look.
I never noticed that about the torpedoes.
I'm sonar again now. Didn't turn the best this.
Oh, you're going to run out of time anyway by the looks of it. It's either the timer or time. And you get either.
Hey, oh, look at that. Oh, just in time.
What was that?
Took me a minute. Well, I'm going to have to shoot Campbell, and then I'll come back on later.
Okie dokie. No
We'll
problem.
showcase a bit more over. Alright.
Oh, we managed to win a...
So we'll showcase what we can today.
Yeah, I think we've shown quite a lot, I think. Very good. Very good. We'll have to do the Odin again at some point. And obviously the French destroyers again at some point. No, it's fine.
Well, we've got this Friday stream, haven't we?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
We'll showcase them all again then.
Mm.
Sorted.